All right, if I can ask everyone to please start settling down so we can start without any further delays. And if you have any friends who are either outside or are about to come in, make sure you ask them to come in as soon as possible. I love the energy that everyone is talking to each other, but we would have to shush you down a little bit so we can start. Okay. So obviously you can still talk to one another, but just do it very quietly so we can actually start ahead with our program. First thing first, guys, I don't want to be like a librarian shushing you. Okay, all right. Okay, I know you're very excited, so let's begin. First of all, I want to welcome you to our BAScII Orientation. You are Basai 004, so this is one of the first events in the last maybe 2 years that we could do in person, so let's give each other a round of applause that we're finally here, that we made it, that you made it through, thank you, that you made it through a rigorous process of application and all things included. So now you're here, now you're in Basai, now you're a Basai 004 batch students officially, and you're about to endeavor on your journey. So my name is Daria. I'll be your MC for today, and you'll be seeing me around, and we'll introduce all the team later on. I wanted to start off first with maybe a little survey. We have not met you guys yet, and it's the first time we're meeting you. So as you know, we have several areas that our school specializes in. So how about we do this? Anyone who is interested in business, obviously we have our faculty here who you'll hear from today. So they are all representing different areas, different fields of studies in Basai. So let them know which ones of you are interested in their specializations and everything. So those of you who are interested in business and entrepreneurship at core, who are interested in becoming, I don't know, businessman, businesswoman, give a big round of applause. Those who are interested in business. Okay. All right. Most of you. Who are interested in technology? Come on, any technology geeks? All right. Some. Okay, as you know, and you'll hear more about, we have 4 specializations. So health and well-being. Those students who would like to go into health and well-being track, anyone? Give yourself a round of applause. All right. Okay, some. Next up, sustainable development. I guess it's about equal. Smart city, inclusive community. All right. And last but not least, digital economy, AI, robotics. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like pretty equal, right? I'm not sure there are any popular ones or not. So obviously, if you're not sure yet, we'll have people talk today about it, so you'll get to know more about what it is, what specializations are, what they're important, and everything. So if you're not sure yet, you'll have 4 years to figure it out. But I want to start first is that we would like to invite on stage our Executive Director, Dr. Professor Warsak Kanoknugulchai, because he will explain to you why is it important that we have this specialization, why we need them, why you should care, and perhaps about things that you might tell your parents if they're still not sure why you decided to study in Basai and why it makes you want to be an entrepreneur. So can I get a round of applause for our Executive Director to come on stage?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. A bit more official early at this time because it's the first time I met you. And I would like to warmly welcome all the students of our schools, Ronakorn School of Integrated Innovation. You are part of our curriculum called Basai, Bachelor of Arts and Science in Integrated Innovation. And we consider you as new members of our family. Our family is not big. We have around 10 faculties, maybe about 20 staff, a large number of adjunct faculty and mentors, and maybe including you, about 400 students altogether. Okay? And we are quite informal in the way that we work, we learn, we teach, we have activities together. So we consider everybody is equal. You come here, you have a job to learn, to get the knowledge. All the faculty has a duty to educate you, okay, to guide you into the future. You still have perhaps more than 80, 90 years to work and to live, okay? And by that time, nobody knows what's going to happen. Even 10 years from now, nobody can tell you what will be the futures. So, what is the best way for you now to prepare yourself for something that you would not know? Nobody knows. So you must prepare yourself for some unknown. So the best way would be to adapt yourself all the time to the change, so you will be able to survive and to live in the future world with some meaningful role. You know, you may heard about the term useless class, okay, which is referring to a lot of people, a lot of population, humans in the futures who do not need to work at all. Maybe it's good not to work. Of course, today everybody feel that working is something that shows that we are useful. But in the future, if you don't need to work, you can enjoy life, of course. But then the feeling of being useful maybe is not there. So you must start to prepare now. You know that thing is coming very fast. But you don't know what is coming, right? You only know that it certainly will come. But what is coming, nobody knows. Nobody can tell you. Therefore, you must prepare now, okay? All the skills, all the necessary competence that you must acquire now, the skill to work with other people, the skill to work anywhere around the world, because into the future, it's gonna be borderless. Somebody you never know before will come and work with you, and you may go to any corner of the world, okay? So the best way is to prepare now, and this school was built or was established to prepare you for the unknown futures. Okay, I'm going to show you something introduce to you something, which is quite important for you to spend your next 4 years at our school. And it's going to be some kind of overview, big picture of our school. Okay, I would like to welcome you to the Academy of the Futures. We always call ourselves Academy for the Futures. We are not educate you for yesterday or today's jobs, which may have disappear in a period of 5-6 years. But what we prepare you is for you to be able to maintain a good roles into the futures. Now, these are some of the keywords, acronyms that you must know. First of all, you are the students of Ronakorn University. A full-fledged students have the same right with everybody else. but you belong to this school, the School of Ronakorn School of Integrated Innovation. We call ourselves SCII or SCI, depending on how you want to call it. Okay? And within this school, we have one program, which is the Bachelor of Arts and Science in Integrated Innovation. We call Basai. Okay, I am sure all of you know what is Basai, because that is what you have heard and you would like to get admitted here, and now you are successful. Among you, there are perhaps thousands of students who would like to study this area, but they did not pass the requirement. They are not even eligible to apply. Okay, because our admission standard is quite high, perhaps one of the highest in Thailand. So about 200 something that has passed the requirement and are eligible to apply. They did apply, and we go through the process of interviewing them with the portfolio and everything. And it showed that you did very well. While you are being to be here, about 150 or something has been left out, okay? Because we don't have enough seat for all. So you should be happy that you are here. And but again, this is the first step. This is the boundary of your life. You change from a student into, in Thai we call Nisit Naksiksa, is a university students, which is quite different. At this level, we expect you to grow up. You must be an adult now. You must be independent from your parents. Okay? Try to help yourself as much as possible and rely on yourself, because this is your futures. Don't allow other people to dictate your futures. You dictate your own futures. Okay? Okay, this is the space, the building that you are now here, right? Is sometimes you can call it robot buildings or funny building in Chula. Then people will be able to find it. And but officially, the name of the building is Charam Rachakumari 60, previously known as Jamjuli 10. Okay, and our office is in the 3rd and 4th floor. And this is the auditorium on the 7th floor. Now, just to briefly tell you why we are so different from other faculty. In fact, although we are faculty level of unit in Chula, but we refuse to call ourselves faculty, because the term faculty refers to a unit that covers only one single discipline. In our case, we don't cover any single discipline. It's a kind of transdisciplinary. Okay? So this is the first uniqueness of our school. We don't operate as a silo. The education that follows from the past, since 19th century, is being compacted into different silos. And unfortunately, they don't talk to one another. So when you study there, you come out and work, you will focus in your area. But in the real world, there's nothing single discipline, right? Everything's are mixed. Okay? So that's why we have to change from the day that we would like to specialize very deeply into one area. Of course, we still need those people, but perhaps not many, because some of them, the robot, the AI is going to replacing them. Okay, so you will be different. And if you look at our curriculum, by looking at this, what we call wisdom tree, you see that at the foundation, we want every one of you to have the entrepreneurship mindset. I'll tell you what it is. Okay? And then we also want to groom you to have the 21st century skills, which I'll let you know what are there. And after that, I think after you take the all the courses required for the core technology and core entrepreneurship. Okay, so these are the two major area that you have to, everybody have to be competent. Business, or entrepreneurship, and technologies, mostly information technologies. And after that, you have a chance to go abroad. Everybody is required to go outside, study overseas for at least 1 semester. Okay? You can select the university that you want. And we want you to widen your horizons, your scope of the world, to see the world. Not just being in the classroom, not just being in July, not just being in Thailand. And that will build your character. Then you come back, you'll be able to do a project, especially senior projects or startup projects. In one of the 4 areas, which we feel that this area will be very important in the future. And one of them is health and well-being. Thailand being now aging society, it will become aged society soon. Many other countries the same thing. Okay, so health and well-being is important. The sustainable development is also important for the world. We want you to be a responsible global citizens. Okay, somebody responsible for the world that we live in. And fourth, smart city and inclusive communities. The world become more urbanized. People living in the cities, we have to build our city to be smart so that there's no problem. And last but not least, this is a very important tool, the applied digital intelligence, which include AI, robotics, and others, machine learning. So this will be a tool that you can carry into the futures. Now, what is the entrepreneurship mindset that I would like everybody to have? Okay, from now on, you think about this. First, you must be able to see the change before it happens. I don't know how, but you need your imagination, right? Secondly, you have to identify opportunities and persist to push the idea into realities. Third, daring to take risk beyond security. In the today world, if you are slow, if you do a lot of thinking, do a lot of business plan, it takes 3-4 years because you don't want to take risk. But by 3-4 years, things change. Okay, so you want to take risk. Even you have to fail sometime, it's okay. In fact, when you do project at our school, we want you to try failing. Failing is good to fail here when you start this, so that you are used to it. Okay? Most of you are top students. You are not used to failure, I know. But in the real world, sometimes, you fail because time is too short to consider everything. So you take risk and you fail and you do again, based on the lesson that you learn, everything will be better. You have to be open-minded, then never stop learning. And last but not least, you have to focus on the scale up, on the growth, okay? It's not what you do that matters. What you do is just a prototype, a foundation. More important is what you did can be scaled up to be something bigger, okay? So that is the mindset of entrepreneurs. Never be satisfied with what you are. Okay, so remember all this. Keep into your mind, and you will have to use it during these 4 years. The second uniqueness of our school is that we imagine that you need these two disciplines, not only technology. The technology and business have to go together, hand in hand. And this is our vision. We envision that the two, that is technology and entrepreneurship, will be the basic universal competences for humans to attain a meaningful role into the futures. If you don't have this, too bad, you would not be leader at all, because these are the core of the futures. So we expect you to work very hard in these two areas before you continue to do your projects. Then we would like to cultivate you to be global citizens. And also, the third one is that the 21st century skills is important. We cannot teach all these in the classroom, but it will be inbuilt into each classes, into every class. So these are just some examples. The critical thinking and problem solving, the collaboration and working as a team, the ability to move, to be agility, and to be adaptability, and to be able to initiate and become entrepreneurs. And you should be able to communicate very well. Communication is the most important of the world today. People judge you from what you speak, and of course, if they don't understand you, they cannot value your other properties. Then you have to be able to access and make use of information technologies, and you must have the curiosity and imaginations. Okay, there might be some others. These are some of the good examples that you need to build. Then we would like you to graduate and become global citizens. Okay, so we would like you to study in an international environment even today. That's why in our school we have this objective to have 70% of our faculty invited from abroad, okay, from overseas. And then we also spare 30% of our seat for foreign students. Unfortunately, the last 2 years, because of the COVID, we are not able to do that. Okay, we can only get up to 10%. Okay, this is we try to use scholarships, especially we have many partners, they provide scholarships, and we can use this to attract international students which will benefit you because you'll be able to learn not only among Thai students, but also mixing with students from overseas. You'll be able to learn many things from people with different backgrounds, okay? So this is our faculty. Everybody, perhaps, yeah, I think it's include everybody there. You see, they are all very smart and very young, energetic. Because in this area, we need somebody who have the fire, okay? And we have a lot of adjunct faculty, we call global adjunct faculty, that we invite either from overseas or somebody living in Thailand. A number of them, they are CEO of big corporations. And also the last uniqueness is that our school is quite open. We consider our school as an open platform so that people from outside can contribute and you'll be able to benefit. So this is the triple helix model where universities, industries, and government work together, okay, using our platform here. And that will benefit the students. So we have international partners, which is top universities on one side. We have industry on the other side, and we work together as academic, academic and industries, they go together. And instead of our students just learn from the classroom, you'll be able to learn something real, okay? Not only in Thailand, but overseas. So these are some of the official academic partners. Many of them are top university in the world, like University of California, Berkeley. This is my alma mater. I graduated from there. It's top university in the US. And of course, you see Oxford and others. I don't need to go through that. This is just one initial list of partners. And they are a place, the places that you are going to stay for internship can be one of them. And these are corporates, okay? Businesses or they are big names in the industries. They come to join us. Why? Because first, they also would like to learn about innovation that you are going to carry out. And they also have some expertise. They come as a mentor. They come and then provide you with the industrial input. Okay? So these are the five, okay, and these are the industrial mentors. I just show some of them. We have more than this. And some of them are kind of CEO or the people who established the startup companies in Thailand or overseas. Now, why open platform is important? First, we want our students to have industrial exposure. Second, you have a platform, to get into the company, to learn what is real. Third, you understand the market behavior but better, not only from the classroom, not only from the words of your professors, but you see from your eyes. And fourth, you'll be able to understand the gap between industry and academia. And the fifth, you can learn about industrial practice, good practice, okay? Now, talking about students, which you will soon become a part of this. Okay, our students, they are the brightest, very talented, and most of them have independent mind. Okay, so they are quite different from ordinary students from other faculties. This is very unique. And therefore, you want to take charge of your future, right? Don't let other people dictate your futures. Being here, the first 2 years, you'll be able to discover your identity. What did you like? What did you don't like? And then you'll be able to select the area. And you can learn even anything out from what we have. You can take course from outside the school. We are quite flexible for that. I don't think you see that. Just to tell you that the current statistic is that we have 343 Thai students and 35 international students. So altogether we have 378 students. I couldn't see that also. And the requirement for admission, those who are eligible to apply, it has been shown on the first batch we have about 400 and we select only 100. So each year we plan to have about 100 students, perhaps a bit more, a bit less. But 100 students is the number that we feel that is the right number. Okay, and as I told you, many students who would like to start this, they like the concept, they like the new paradigm, but unfortunately they just did not pass the requirement, so they cannot apply. Okay, and those who can still have to go through another round of interview and competing for about half of the seat, about the seat that is half of the number of successful applicants. Anyway, and the last table, you see that when students come here, they start project from the first year. We call seed project. They start to think, we call ideation. They start to think about ideas. And then with this idea, they can go out and do, going to the pitch competitions. Many of them just won the awards, okay? And then in the second year, third year, they have won many awards, even when they are only students. And this is something that I would like to tell you, something very important for you. You come here not to be an engineer, not to be a doctor, not to be a lawyer, but you come here to be a modern technological entrepreneur. You will have your own, what you call, enterprise, company, corporate. We expect you to build your own company. We don't expect you to look for jobs, but to create jobs for others. Okay? Of course, I don't expect all of you can do it, but most of you should be able to do it after the 4 years. So just proudly tell you that the school have, after 3 years, have already been certified by this ISO 56002 just last year, the first in Thailand and perhaps in Asia. Okay, this is about the innovation management system, just to make sure that our innovations has been managed properly. So this will be my last slide, and just to tell you that there's always contact point that you can contact. If we become fully on site, you just go and knock the door, and you talk to. Later on, our staff will inform you about the name and the role of each staff and faculties. So you can go direct and talk to them. But to be polite, maybe you make appointment first. And of course, for me, you can come anytime. Okay, I stay on the 4th floor. The easiest way to contact me is to connect to the official line. Okay, I have an official line that is on the screen. I think you can either note it down or take a photo, And it's 24 hours, and I try to respond to any question within 24 hours. So with this, I wish you the best 4 years in your life, the turning point, the juncture that you are going to disrupt your own futures. Okay, from what you think you should be to something that is even better. But everything is still unknown. So be prepared to face the unknown. So thanks for your interest in the school. Today you become a full-fledged member of our school. So look forward to the opening day of our classes, so you can come every day. Thank you. See you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Warsak. Speaking of some of the students, international students, we do have quite a few joining us this year, next year. We are actually streaming live, so how about we give a round of applause also to those who are not able to come here, who are joining us live. Those are your classmates. I just wanted to say hi to them because we didn't say hi to them at the beginning, so I just wanted to make sure they feel included and they can ask questions whenever they're joining us from YouTube. I think we're now moving on to our next section, and you might have a million questions of what happens next, what you need to do, where you need to do, how you need to do it. So allow me to welcome on stage our Dr. Warnya Chemnasari. She is Director of Academic Affairs, and she will tell you what needs to be done next and what you need to know before starting your classes on the 8th of August. So please.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to see all of you here today. It's my pleasure to be giving you the overview of Academic Affairs and Student Affairs of Basai program. All right? So here you see that I have several topics, important ones for you. Oh, sorry. God, okay, fresh airs. Okay. Okay, I have several topics, very important one for you, to cover today. Starting from the curriculum and course structure, this one actually you should know a lot already from the information session during the admission time. So I just fly through it very quick. And then we're gonna go over the academic calendar and semester timeline, examination regulations, probation, retired, and also degree of honors. So this section is very important, super important. Make sure that you listen carefully. And then we will move to the mode of learning and teaching for this coming semester, also the first semester class schedule. And we will end with the Basai student life at Chulalongkorn University. So it's a fun part, right? So let's begin with the first part session. So you know already that Basai program offers Bachelor of Art and Science in Integrated Innovation, right? We focus on the 4 key elements: innovation, sustainability, entrepreneurship, and technology. So here, both art and science reflect in our curriculum structure that you saw previously from Professor's presentation. So we start with the general education course from the very first semester And then core technology and core business, 6 courses for each from year 1 to year 3. And then starting from second year onwards, you get a chance to choose any specialization courses of your choice, minimum of 6 courses in order to graduate. You can select more if you want from any of the 4 tracks that we offer. And then semester abroad program, I'm going to go into detail a little bit more in the next slide, which is mandatory for every Basai student. And then besides that, we have internship opportunity and also startup experience that all of you can enter and join the competition to explore more opportunity, even funding, career, or networking with a mentor and co-working space. All right? So here, semester abroad, this is the opportunity for every Basai student to go abroad for 1 semester, pretty much 4 months. You can choose to study or work doing internship overseas. And then these are just the example of the partner that we have been working with to offer you guys the opportunity. From academic partner, you can see, for example, you see Berkeley here offer 20 seats for our student per year to go to California and study there, all right? Kyushu University from Japan, UAL from London, QUT from Australia, and this is just the example. Also for internship, many of the this industry partner offer internship position to our students. Although this is optional, but it's a good opportunity for you guys to really go there and explore how you can, work if you were to really find a job after you graduate. And also not only internship, these industry partners work with us closely to offer you guys the project topics in your coursework. For example, core business courses. You get to work on innovative projects with them very closely and learn a lot from them. All right. Here, just to give you guys a big overview of the credits. So won't go into detail because after this, you will get access to all of the documents, including this slide, and also the curriculum file, where you can get to see all the course description and the credits offered. So this will be very beneficial for you. But basically, you have to study 10 GenEd courses for the whole 4 year. This consists of many categories and also the GenEd that we offer from our school, right? Core technology and core business, of course, this is like 12 courses in total. You have the project that you have to take for every semester. And on the 4th year, it will be the whole year for the project. So most of you would finish all the coursework on, any other category already. And then for specialization, of course, you can take any of the courses. You will see the list of courses later on. And then practice, this is for semester abroad mainly, and free elective that you can select any 2 courses from the course available in the university or even outside. So won't go into detail, but you can see here that the 6 courses of core technology and core business are listed right here. And for project as you can see for every single semester. Also for specialization, just to give you a glimpse. So this you can check out after with the course description in the curriculum file. Here, GenEd, you see that these are the GenEds available that Basai program offer to you. Some of these are mandatory for first-year student for the first 4 courses. So the first-year student will have to take it within the first year. So it will be semester 1 and semester 2. After that, it depends on you if you would like to choose the GenEd course from Jula GenEd Center pool. But, we offer, our program, Basai program, offer many interesting GenEd courses. So I would recommend you to check them out, all right? And actually, we also offer the GenEd in languages. So our student can select to study Mandarin, Japanese, Korean, Spanish, or German, and also other language too. So we're going to conduct a survey before the semester start to see if there are any students interested in studying other languages. And if the number of students that are interested in are quite high, we will open that course, right? So this is how it's going to work. And then for practice, this is for semester abroad, just to show you the name of the courses. And free elective, we have quite a lot of collaboration with the international program in other faculty. So you guys will get a chance to study, if you wish, to study other courses that is offered from other international programs. For example, the courses from ComArts, EBA, BALAC, JIP, or even BAScII. So this is a good opportunity for you also if you would like to study in another faculty and find and meet with new friends from other programs. Here, simple and quite frequent question, what can you do after you graduate? So just to put it simply, you can work in any area ranging from technology, business, or even social, or you can continue your study in a postgraduate level to go for any master degree program locally in Thailand or even overseas. And for the career opportunities, with the thing that BAScII program equipped for you guys, so you can see that you have the foundation in technology and business. So you can, as a default, work as the business analyst in any business consulting firm, or you can work in innovation department in a company, especially for business development, or to be an innovation specialist. And of course, to work on your startup or to be a global influencer of your choice. So here we come to the important part, all right? The academic calendar of this coming semester. Generally, for every semester, you guys will have to complete a few steps in order to do the registration for the course before you start your first class. So for this coming semester, the registration period will be started in the middle of July, from July 11 to July 15. And then I recommend you to register for every single course that you know you will be taking and study in this coming semester. If you happen to miss any of the course, you still have the opportunity to add it during the first 2 weeks when the semester starts already. So this period, we call it the adding period, all right? And also, if you happen to, by any chance, register for the wrong course that you didn't want to really study it, you can also drop it without anything showing in your transcript. So within the first 6 weeks of the semester, we call it dropping period, right? And then another case is that after, let's say, the midterm exam, you found that you are failing the course, or maybe you wouldn't make it through at the end of the semester, you can also withdraw it. We have the withdrawal period, which is by the 12th week of the semester. But this time, if you withdraw the course, it will show in the transcript, with the course name and also the W grade. So you can just, have to make the decision on to, withdrawing any course. And lastly, of course, the final exam period. For final exam period, that's, going to happen at the end of the semester. Please make sure that you don't schedule anything, during this time, because if you miss the exam, you cannot reschedule it unless you have any legitimate reasons. And I'm going to give you a recap on the semester timeline, including all the exam. Here, the first day of the semester is August 8th. Make sure you get ready for everything from registration, tuition fee payments, and also, to know where to, attend the classes. You will be informed of the platform and the location of the class later on very soon before the semester starts. The midterm exam will be happening in the first week of October. So it will be October 3rd to October 7th. Last day of class is November 25, and the final exam is on November 28 to December 13. So again, to emphasize, during the midterm exam period and also the final exam period, do not schedule any vacation or anything during this time at all. You're going to be pretty busy, and then you want to make sure that you will be available for the exam time, right, for every single course. Now, examination regulations. This can apply to both the on-site exam and online exam. So pretty much the exam room will be open for all of the students around 10 minutes before the exam time. So please make sure that you guys will get ready and then enter the exam room before the exam starts. And then if you happen to be late, of course, you will lose the time to complete the exam. But if you are late more than 15 minutes, you have to fill out the form, and this document will have to be submitted to the university. And the worst case is that if you are late to the exam after 30 minutes, then you won't get to enter the exam room anymore and to do the exam for this course. This also depends on the judgment of the course instructor, all right? And please note, very important, no communication devices are allowed in the exam room, and include the smartwatches, because you can, text and then receive text by the smartwatches. In some occasion, for some course, sometimes the proctor and examiner will ask you to bring the phone or mobile phone, inside of the classroom and put that under your exam desk. So that could be something that you have to follow as well. You're gonna see all the examination regulation beforehand. And most importantly, do not cheat, right? Do not try. If you cheat and you get caught, of course, you're going to get F for that course for sure. And the highest penalty is that you'll be forced to withdraw from any other course in the same semester and then to drop the following semester as well. So, please do not try to cheat. Here is the probation and retire. This is going to be a little bit complicated, but I hope that not all of you, or maybe none of you, will have to go through this situation. So this will happen when your cumulative GPA or GPAC is lower than 2.0. So we call it like you are under probation. So for this, just to give you the overall picture, in order to graduate from Basai program, you need to maintain your GPACs above 2.0 or at least 2.0 in order to graduate. So that would be by the end of your study, right? For the first semester, which will be this coming semester for you, we call it like a trial period. So we allow the time for you to adjust and adapt to university life. So even you really fail every single course, we are not going to kick you out from the very first semester. But after the first semester, if you happen to have the accumulated GPA by the end of the first year to be lower than 1.50, then you'll be kicked out automatically. We cannot do anything, right? Another case is that if your GPAC is lower than 2.0, so let's say if it's in the range of 1.5 to 1.79, this we call low probation period. For 2 consecutive semesters after the first probation, then you will get retired as well. And another case is that if your GPAC is lower than 2.0, and this will be for the whole, maybe 4 consecutive semesters or, after the first probation. So this one, so you have the time like pretty much around 2 years. If your GPAC is still under 2.0, then you will be kicked out. So I would suggest that if you find yourself to get the GPACs, lower than 2.0, please schedule a meeting with your academic advisor right away. So following this, before the semester start, you will be informed of your academic advisor, and then you can start reaching out to them, you can meet with them, and you can schedule a meeting when you need any advice or like consultation, all right? So this is very important. We hope that you don't need to go through this. And on the bright side, we do offer degree of honor. If you do really well for your study here and then get the GPACs above 3.6 or at least equal to 3.6 at the end of your study, you can get the first degree of honor when you graduate. If you graduate by 4 years or never fail, and also never fail any course. Same thing goes with the second degree of honor. If you get your GPACs above 3.25, but still under, like lower than 3.6, right? So I encourage you to really try your best to, get your GPACs above this and then to be good at your academics. Here, we are now at the mode of learning and teaching, for this coming semester. So majority of the classes will be offered on-site, in person, but we also allow for some hybrid and also online sessions. So the platform that we will be using as a majority would be Zoom and also Microsoft Teams or MyCourseView. This depends on the courses, depends on the professor, right? But these 3, we will get the instruction and information on how to get in. Then as a Chulalongkorn University student, you will also get the email, student email. So you get, I think, following in this week, you will get the information from the university on how to register one for yourself. Of course, after you complete the CUNet account, CUNext, and also Regular system. So this will be like you were gonna need to use it a lot. And also for Microsoft Office 365, if you need any, this is also offered for free, as well as a Google Drive, right? But it still comes with the limited like storage, so you can just explore this. So in terms of the announcement and communication, the main official communication from the school will be by email. So you have to check your email regularly for the official announcement. We also offer the quick communication channel by line. And also for the courses, you get to interact and then ask question or communicate with the course instructor. Could be also by line or Microsoft Teams or My Coursebook. And in terms of the email, the address will be according to this. So it will be your student ID at student.jula.ac.th. So this will be pretty easy for you to remember. And here is your first semester class schedule. So you will see that you will have the free time actually on Wednesday afternoon and also Thursday morning and Friday morning. So I would suggest you to really manage your time well. You will need this time for some outside of the class activity like the team working or project working task. So this will be up to you on how you manage it, right? You should have it already in order to register in the middle of July. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all the serious part. So now we come to the Basai student life at Chulalongkorn University, right? So this will be also a good opportunity for me to give you some of the overview background and idea on what you can do outside of the classroom, right? So maybe I can start with some, I don't know, question or quiz. Does anyone know the symbol of Chulalongkorn University? Or the color of Chulalongkorn University? Or mascot, the tree of Chulalongkorn University? Anyone would like to share your thoughts? Don't be shy. I think some of you know it. You kind of laugh about this. Okay, so I'll give you like 3 more seconds and then I'll review the answer. All right? It's pretty easy. So for Chulalongkorn University, the symbol is prakial, right? We have, the Thai name for it. This is basically the coronet or headgear that is worn by young prince or young princess. The color is also pretty easy. It's pink, so you can see like all the pink thing in the website and everywhere. And then the mascot tree is rain tree, or in Thai we call jamjuri. So you can see that many buildings in Chulalongkorn University start with jamjuri and number. So that's for Chulalongkorn University. And then how about our school? Do you know the symbol of Basai program and the color for our school? Anyone would like to try? If you can't answer, I can give you some rewards. Okay, I give you 3 more seconds. All right, so for our school, of course, the color is metallic silver, and the mascot or symbol is unicorn. So you will see this, showing in the jersey of the sport player. All right, so this is quite unique. And then, okay, in terms of student uniform, I see many of you have this already. That's good. I would recommend you guys to have at least one of this. So then you can participate in, you guys are going to need to use it in many of university events, like special events and, beside of the classes and also exam. So it can be pretty useful. So you can get this, I think, in many shops, including the ones in the bookstore. Then classroom here is newly renovated on the third floor, you will see, I think most of you already been here yesterday. So you see this is just one classroom that we have that you've been yesterday, and then there are a few more on the third floor. And then student facility. So you see we have student lounge, study room. So study room, you can just go there and work on your projects or classwork with your friends. Maybe the noise has to be, keep kind of low. And then you can go to student lounge, with the sofa and couch, and you can just hang out with friends, playing some guitar or music, and we have lockers for you guys to reserve that. And then the common area on the fourth floor would be the red staircase with Basai logo. Here, in terms of the university facility, we have what we call Sala Pragya on the other side of the campus. So here you will find a bookstore that you can get the textbooks, stationery, or gift item, and also the cooperative store that you can get also the uniform, accessories, or snacks, miscellaneous item. So that will be across the campus. So on our side, we also have a few things for you to explore. We have Central Library and also Sport Complex. It's about 10 minutes walk from our building. So I would suggest you to try to explore there sometimes. For the Central Library is the biggest one in university, and then every single Chulalongkorn University can go in. Sport Complex, of course, you can just go there and play sport and reserve some courts, and for maybe sport practice. Here, there is another building that I would like to show you guys. We call it Jamturi 9 building. Here you will see the co-working space for the whole floor. Also the post office, the health center that you can just go and get the medicine or consult with a doctor for free when you are sick. And also the student wellness center that you can schedule for some counseling services. Also, this is the accommodation for international students basically. So it's just about 10 minutes walk from our building. So if you are an international student and still looking for some accommodation, you can still explore this. Here for transportation, have to be honest, the parking spot in Chulalongkorn University is quite limited. We do have some garage, like parking garage, maybe about 10 minutes walk from our building. If you don't like that, I would suggest maybe you don't bring the car because our building is conveniently located right next to the skywalk of MBK, and then you can just come here by BTS National Stadium Station, right? And the transportation in university is pretty convenient too. You can try the CU Pop Bus. This is for free, that for every single Chulalongkorn student can get on. And then Move Me. This one, although not free, but it's pretty cheap and pretty quick, so I suggest you to try. Okay, last part, student activity. I won't really go into the detail for this because you'll get more information from student council in the panel discussion, all right? But just to give you a big picture and maybe you can have some idea on how would it be and then what are the things that you can do. So here, the first activity could be the competition because majority of our students would attend this. Yeah, it is very crucial for the Basai student in terms of you can get a lot of opportunities from here. You can, explore the career or, networking with some mentors or someone that work on the same field as you. And also you get some funding and co-working space. So I suggest you to try to, attend or, join the competition and you could win, right? We also offer student bonding activity, this we call Sairahat activity, and also teacher appreciation activities that you can bond with the faculty also. Here, this is like Christmas party. This is more on international related events where everyone, from student and faculty member can join the event and then we can bond with each other. You can see that everyone looks so happy in this event. And then, of course, sport activities. There are quite a wide range of sports, competition, and matches for you to join throughout the year. So you should check this out. And comes with the sport is cheerleading and performance. They are like quite a big team of Basai students who join this cheerleading club. And for Chulalongkorn University, for the big cheerleading team and also coronet. Actually, our students, fourth year students, 2 of them joined the team too. So I would love to see some of you guys to be, part of this as well. Okay, last but not least, our school Basai program also offer the student clubs. These are just the clubs that initiated by students. From Design for Thailand, this is like to uses design thinking concepts to solve the social problems in the society. So this is more on the social side. We have Gen Club, Entrepreneurship Network. So then you can join it if you are interested in business part. And then my club is the for fundraising for cleft-lifted children. And then sport, of course, and anything that you are interested in, you can initiate a club by yourself. So I believe that this is all that I have for you today, just not to spend more time. So if you need any advice on academic affairs or student affairs, you can feel free to reach out to me by my email or visit my office on the fourth floor. So I wish you guys all the best at your study here, and I see you around.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Warnia. I hope our students are excited and not that scared. I'm not going to ask you to clap again because I believe you're all awake. So we're going to move on to the next section. And waiting up. All right, thank you. Okay, so now the cool part begins in a way. You know that we've told you that there are a lot of people behind the scenes making the school what it is, and you will be also part of this. But I want to allow for our faculty members, for our staff members to briefly introduce themselves. So we'll begin by asking our professors to come on stage and say a few words. So first off, Dr. Pietro Borsano, please welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I think this is probably the most challenging part. So probably Dr. Warnia had the easy task today. I think I learned that you should be cheating at the exam, and you should also be bringing your smartphone in the exam classroom. So generally when we do the introduction, it's difficult to go beyond job title, name. So I'll try not to be that boring. So I'll help you with the spelling of my name, which is Pietro, and I'm from Italy. So I just would like to answer a question that one of the students asked me yesterday during the finance pre-courses. So one student asked me, why do you love to teach at Basai? And I think this was definitely a very good question. And it led to some reflections, right? So this is something very important, that we reflect on who we are and what we do. And so I had some time to think about an appropriate answer. And what I believe is that teaching at our school, being part of this school, is exactly to practice what we preach. So we preach about entrepreneurship, we preach about innovation, we preach about growth mindset, and we also practice this. So as you learn, the school was non-existing. 3 years ago, we built all of this in 3 years, and I think this was the purpose that definitely drove me, and I think also my colleagues, to be part of this very exciting journey. So this is my answer why I love teaching at Basai, because we really can implement the entrepreneurial mindset. We can really make a difference. We can really take actions as a way to learn, which is basically everything that is about entrepreneurship. So with that said, I'll pass the floor back to Daria. Thank you, and looking forward to see you in the classes during the summer and next semester. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So next up, please welcome on stage Dr. Ronakorn Bayavut.
Hi guys, yo, Ronakorn Bayavut, or you can call me Ajahn Ronnie or P. Ronnie. I'm responsible for core project and sustainable development specialization track. Yes, so you can see me all 4 years, too bad. So the first year, second year, third year, and fourth year, you will see my face, my voice, and everything. All right. I think I prepared wrong slides for this, so I should make it like shorter. Like I mentioned, I look after the projects, right? So my subject is more like a combination of everything that you've been learning throughout the semester. So you shouldn't expect me to teach you something new, but I should expect you to execute something and let me give my experience and comment on that. Innovation won't happen if you just talk and think, innovation happens when you execute. So my subject is purely on execution. So there won't be any like serious class, there won't be any like machine learning like Chris will teach you. It will be all executions, all right? Just to make it quick and not go into other details, okay. Those are like the students project that from your senior to junior. So you'll be seeing these type of things. We actually expect you guys to grow eventually from one semester to another semester. So the first year will be focused more on business model building, how to build a pitch deck, a good pitch deck that you can pitch and won some award. If you move on to the second semester or the third semester, the second years, the expectation will move from business model to a real prototype. The things that people can test, things that you know exactly what people want. Rather than thinking by yourself. Move along to the third year, then we expect you to build something based on everything that you've been learning so far. So you will expect to build a minimum viable product. You will expect to build some products out of it. All right. A lot of our students receive tons of awards. Those are just a couple of projects that I pointed out for you, just to give you example. So basically, the project we have been incubating. They raised 5 million of the investment from the investor already. I think they have won around 2 million award, and the worth like the grant of 6 million baht of the granted. So it's up to you to pursue. Well, like I mentioned, my subject is not normal subject, right? So you won't. We grade you guys week in, week out, all right? Everything's about your effort. Execution is the key, and like this slide. So this is a special sheet that I want to treat it to you. All right, you'll be failed all the time, except this FAIL. You can't be perfect, and I like based on like my 20 years of experience, I won't see any innovator who can success in the first time. All right, and if you don't know, tell me you don't know. All right, communication is the key. So it's the best if you know what you don't know, but it will be getting worse and worse if you don't even know what you don't know and you pretend that you know something and execute it wrongly. All right. Last but not least, this is my quote for the first day of Basai. Shit happened. And trust me, it happened all the time. So suck it up. All right? If shit happened to you, move on. Life go on. All right? Good luck for your 4 years in Basai, and welcome you to one of the greatest faculties of all time. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up, may I invite Professor Ekachai Sumali to the stage.
Hi, good afternoon. So first of all, let me congratulate all of you for joining our program. So it's going to be a very exciting 4 year. So I'm responsible for the smart city specialization. You're not going to see me a lot in first year. Probably some of you who may choose me as your mentor for the project seat, you probably will see me. But our specialization will come in about second year. Okay, so smart city is about trying to use technology to improve our life quality in the urban situation, like what we just have in Bangkok and other cities around the world. Apart from me, we have Dr. Lisa that will probably introduce herself later on. So we offer the course about smart city policy and design, smart city information management, smart mobility to learn how the Google actually work, okay, the Google Map, and how actually we can develop a much better application for example, the share ride to compete with Grab and Uber, for example. And so if you have any questions, feel free to reach me. In fact, I think next Tuesday, we're going to have the introduction class for the smart city subject. So if you're curious about what's going on in this specialization, feel free to join with your senior student, and then we can learn about this more. So thanks a lot, and see you guys within the next 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, may I invite Dr. Pumchai Nakasukun to the stage? Oh.
Okay, Kap. Okay, welcome everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Pumchai Nakasukun. I look after the Applied Digital Intelligence track. But we're actually going to have a separate session, I think, on the 12th to talk about what Applied Digital Intelligence is. So instead, I'm just going to talk to you about how I see as a value of transdisciplinary education. I'm a firm believer in Professor Warsak's vision and philosophy of multidisciplinary education. In fact, I am a product of one. When I was your age, I did my bachelor, I double major in physics and economics. And I did it at Case Western Reserve University. Itself was a kind of an integrated institution. It was born out of an integration or a marriage, if you will, between one institution that was renowned for hardcore science and technology and engineering, and the other institution that was steeped in liberal arts education. Okay, and Case Western Reserve University, my alma mater, was, as far as I know, also the first university, at least in the United States, to offer a dedicated program in operations research, which was my master. Now, the reason I'm mentioning that is operations research, likewise, is one of those integrative area, multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary study. I don't know if you know this, but it was born out of the World War II. Okay, it was born out of the urgent need to protect the British Isles from airborne invasion across the English Channel. Okay, so back then, really, it was just a room full of mathematicians, statisticians, economists, military strategists, whatnot, just gathered together to integrate their knowledge and come up with innovative solutions. Among which you may have seen maybe in YouTube historical channels. The solution was, that you have incoming Luftwaffe bombers and fighters, right? And you have to alert the Spitfire and Hurricanes to go and meet. And where are you going to place? Let's say you have 40 radar installation. Okay, that was your capacity. Where are you going to place it? On the shore of Dover, across to protect the southeastern coast of England. So this was a real problem. It was life and death problem. Okay, it was formulated mathematically, implemented with the engineering limitation. Okay, so it was one of those things that really inspired me, and so I'm really very much a believer of Professor Warsak's transdisciplinary philosophy in education. Likewise, when I went to Imperial College, University of London for my PhD, this was under the Bank of Thailand scholarship. My area was operational research and computational intelligence. computational intelligence is also a multidisciplinary area. It covers things like artificial neural network. It covers the precursor of what you know today as deep learning, evolutionary algorithm, and fuzzy theoretic man-machine interface, cybernetics, and whatnot. Okay, so my advice to you is really enjoy your time here. Make the best of your multidisciplinary opportunity. Okay, because I think it's one of the rare opportunities you have, and again, enjoy your time, form your sport. I'm very much into outdoorsy kind of thing, triathlon and sailing. So if you guys want to form those kind of clubs, let me know. Okay, enjoy, have fun. Okay.
Thank you. May I invite Dr. Yeonjung Choi to come on stage? Welcome, everyone. Okay, so no clapping for me. 안녕하세요. I think everybody know what I just said because thanks to this popularity of Korean pop culture. So yes, I am from South Korea, but I used to live in US for the last 12 years. Did my master's and PhD public policy. And now here I am. So like you see, I am truly kind of one of the global citizens like you guys. And my specialization is in public policy. Obviously, this is my PhD major, but also I am very interested in this interconnected sectors between public policy and business and industry, and also social innovation. So I believe that this seemingly seemingly kind of distinguishable sectors of government, business, and society are actually very intertwined and connected in reality. So I believe that this program is interdisciplinary. It is emphasized by the faculties earlier, but it is also intersectoral as well. So I want you to understand that you're not just someone in business or someone in maybe public policy or government or in society, but we are all in it together. So I want you to understand that not just about how you are going to be successful in business or in a particular sector, but also how you're going to make an impact outside of your boundary and how to become a true social how can I say, innovators that make a true impact to the society. I'm also teaching courses of socioeconomic transformation for sustainability and also intellectual property and data security management, ethics and governance in technology. So I am kind of in the middle person who's going to kind of bridging all these different sectors and disciplines as well. So welcome everyone. If you are to make your own path instead of actually following others, I think you made the right choice, and I hope you to enjoy the ride. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, may I invite Dr. Christopher Dixon on stage. Come on, guys, you can clap while we're making our way to the stage, everyone, as well.
Hi. Oh, mask off. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris. Only my mum calls me Christopher, so please just call me Chris. I come from the UK. I did all of my education in the UK. I'm actually a chemical engineer by education. I am very much in the digital intelligence track. I'll be teaching you all mathematics in a few weeks' time. But I also teach in the machine learning end of things and the digital intelligence end of things. If you're interested in finding me, my office is on the third floor now. Yeah, that's about it. Don't have a prepared story like everyone else did, I'm afraid. So, pleasure to meet you all.
We have another professor here on our faculty staff, Dr. Lisa Kenny, but she's not technically here. She is in the US right now, and she recorded you guys a message to welcome you to the school, so we're going to play this for you right now.
Hi, everyone in our next batch of students. So I'm sorry I can't join you in person. I'm currently back in the United States, which is where I'm from. Just making a quick trip back to visit some family. But I'm excited to be able to talk to you today. I'm looking forward to meeting you all in the next semester. So I'm Dr. Lisa Kenny. I'm in the Smart Cities track. So those of you interested in that, you'll probably be working with me quite a lot. So I joined the Basai faculty 1 year ago. Before that, I was actually working in government in the United States for a city in New York State. I'm originally from Buffalo, New York. So not New York City, but the other side of the state, in a much smaller town than New York. And I was working in transportation planning as a smart mobility advisor there. So again, those of you interested in smart cities and working with government and kind of emerging technology and how to apply that, I'm happy to answer more questions and work with you guys on that. So in terms of the courses that I will be teaching this semester, so I will be meeting all of you in the professional communications class, and that is on Tuesday afternoons. We'll have about half of the lectures, we're going to be lucky enough to have some guest speakers and guest lectures who really are experts in storytelling, creating pitches, doing the design. So this class really is a chance for you to practice more of the public speaking skills, putting together presentations, pitches, and really just getting to know each other and get a sense of the coursework here at Basai. So that is the first class. The other two classes are specialization, so it'll be mostly second years. However, if you're interested, let me know and we can take a look. On Thursday mornings, I'll be teaching Stakeholder Engagement, and this really looks at how do we deal with and maintain our relationships with our partners who, not only business partners, but in the government, community members, NGOs. So really we look at the range of our stakeholders, so people who are interested in what we're doing and who can affect what we do. And we'll learn lots of different techniques on that. So how to create workshops, surveys, observations, focus groups, things like that. And then on Friday mornings is a specialization in the Smart Cities track with Ajana Gitai, and that is business and organizational models for smart cities. So that's taking a look at social enterprises, startups, nonprofits, consulting, even working in government in smart cities. So you might think about that maybe for next year. Again, if you're interested in smart cities, this will give you an idea of the different options that are out there where you might take your ideas in the future. So with that, I want to say welcome to Basai. Again, looking forward to meeting all of you soon, and I hope you have a good orientation, and I'll see you next month. All right, thanks everyone. Bye-bye. Everybody. Hi, everyone.
Okay, so in addition to our international, multifaceted, and very eager to teach you faculty members that you just met, also next semester you will be meeting some of our adjunct faculty, so you can see their faces before you meet them in the classroom right here. And I also want you to know some of the people, those that you need to know. So please, we have Luk Mu here with us. She is one of your academic affairs officer. Another person in the academic team is Cassie, so please remember their faces. You'll need to know them. And we also have Bernie here with us. So this is your academic team. Remember their faces, so anywhere you need a question, you have a problem, you know who to ask for it. Oh, I forgot we have a new member who just recently joined us, Yasiru. He is not here right now, but you can see his picture. He's one of our new members. So remember, academic team. We also have our administrative team, and you will meet them around. They're running around doing different things. So instead of going myself through the names. We have a little video for everyone introducing themselves. So we're going to play that one. Okay, Cam, I think is here. Cam, can you say hi, Cam? Cam. Can you say hi to everyone? She's here. We also have our IT officer, Surya, right here. So any IT problems, he's here. Who else is here? We have Jasmine, who organized to partially do this event, and other events. Oh, she's running around somewhere. Okay, that's myself, Daria, International Affairs Officer. Thank you very much. We also have Book, our graphic designer, right here. Alright, yeah. As you can see, a graphic designer, very creative. Okay, we have Mon, our financial officer, right here as well. So say hi to her. And we have U, who is our Director of Administrative Affairs, right here with you as well. So. And as we say, welcome to Sci Family. Have fun, keep going, and be kind. All right, let's give a round of applause to all of the administrative staff, academic staff, all the staff behind the scenes who help you. And we also have, I know I'm included twice, I'm sorry about this, I'm not sure where I belong exactly, but we have Mr. Bajinder with us here. He's at the very back. If you turn around, our Chief of Communication. We have Ms. Titaya right here, sitting Secretary of our Executive Director. Myself, don't need to clap me twice. And then Jasmine, she's still, oh, here she is. She is running around, event officer. So you'll be seeing us a lot, so remember our names. If you don't remember our names, it's also okay. You can come and ask us again and introduce yourself as well. We also have Sira and Nudeng. You might have seen them outside, so they're also helping out with the school. And all of these people, each individual person is making the school run smoothly as possible. So be kind to everyone. When you see us, say hi, because we all want to meet you. We want to all know each other, but you know, we can only do this from this year onwards. We have not been able to see any of the students before, so now as we can see you, don't be afraid to come say hi to us. Okay, so before we move on to the very last section, which is welcoming our student council to tell you exactly what it is like to be a student here in Basai, we do have a short break. It will be outside. Before you go, two things to remember. We are very short on time, so try to make it quick as possible. And second of all, if you have came in and did not sign the consent form for your data disclosure, please do so. So it's the form at the registration calendar, so make sure you sign that one. Enjoy the break. Please come back here as soon as you can so we can jump right into the next thing. And with that, you can roam around and meet each other, and feel free to say hi to us, ask us any questions, and ask each other questions as well. So go ahead. Okay. You did. I lost mine somewhere. Most of you are back. If you do have friends outside who do want to join this session, please text them so they keep coming back. Last, for our session today, you've heard from our professors, you've heard from us, you've heard from our executive director about the school, what it means to be here, what you need to know. But there's also the other side, the side of students who actually have been here for some time. They have their experiences to share with you. You can ask them questions. Imagine that we are not here, so you can ask them anything about what it takes to be a Basai student, what struggles they're facing, what their failures were maybe as well. So please welcome on stage our Basai Student Council, and they will be coming in, and you can clap, and then afterwards you can ask them all the questions you want to ask them. So please welcome our Basai Student Council students.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I believe you have received a nice, warm welcome from our faculty staff already, and such a nice listening to they talk about Basai insight information. But this session, we are the representative of Student Council of Basai this year to tell you more about deep insight about life as a student in Basai. I'm Khong Kwan, Head of Student Affairs today, and I'll be your MC. A moment. Yes, so it's some technical difficulty. Is it working right now? Oh, okay. So let's continue. I will introduce myself again. I'm Khong Kwan, the head of student affairs this year.
Hello, everyone. I'm Om. I'm head of activity for this year SC, and we both will be your MC for the day. Just off the blue, นะครับพี่ขวัญ how did you get to Basai today ครับ
So I travel with BTS to Sanam Gila and walk through MBK to here. And as usual, I always travel like this. And I suppose you park your car at MBK, right?
Yes, like always. There are so many ways to get to our faculty นะครับน้องๆ We have Move Me and Seal Pop Bus as an example. And also for the one who use the car, most of the senior gonna park our car at MBK and walk here.
Well, that's just a little part of our life as a student here. But let's hear from other 4 representatives from Student Council and see what they have got for us today.
Hi guys, my name is Ho Hwan and I'm the president of Basai Student Council for this year. So happy to see all of you here.
Hi guys, I'm Yu Yik, the external vice president. Nice to see you all.
My name is Pin Pin and I'm the head of PR. It's a pleasure to meet all of you guys.
Hello, I'm Proud and I'm head of CSR or Corporate Social Responsibility. Nice to meet you all.
Oh guys, be sure to remember our face นะครับ because you will see us a lot this year. And that's it for what you'll be seeing, but for what you'll be hearing a lot is the questions. What actually is Basai? What are you studying at Basai? And for this, may I ask our president, Khong Kwan, to answer this question, ครับ
So according to our school official website, Basai is Bachelor of Art and Science in Integrated Innovation, where they are going to teach you technology, business, specialization, and prepare you to be ready for the 21st century with both hard and soft skills. But for me, I think Basai is an inclusive space that provides you countless of opportunity for you to explore yourself and pursue your passion. So that's why we, the Student Council, are here, to make sure that at the end, you will be able to create your own definition of Basai and be proud to be Basai graduated one day.
So that must be a huge change from high school to university. Like just everyone say, like moving from high school to university is a big transition. So I want to ask, like, how is this exactly different from university and high school community, and how did you deal with it? Pipel.
Sure, thank you, P. Hong Kwan. Transition from high school to university is a huge step. The classes is more flexible and the professor is not like the teachers that tell you what to do step by step. With project-based learning, it is your responsibility to plan out your tasks thoroughly, distribute the work based on the strength of each team member, and deliver the work on time. So whenever given a project and I'm unsure what to do, I and my teammates always ask the professor questions, just to make sure that we are on the right track. We are also let them revise our work, no matter if it is the professor, teacher assistant, or even the seniors. They are all willing to help. Seniors also have useful resources and also the strategies to communicate with each of the professors. So moving from Thai high school to completely international faculty, I would say community is the key. Being surrounded by supportive friends and seniors can help you a lot in the adapting process.
Yes, I agree with Happy Pal that moving from high school to university is like a big change for us. So for me, as an example, I never imagined how much would my schedule change since my high school life and transition to the university life. And also, community is also playing a main key here. It's helping me a lot in the transition. And to continue on that, may I ask Pin, how is the community of Basai and how do you feel after the first year?
Well, for the third time, community is really key in like when you're transitioning from high school to university. And when talking about like when you first move into university, like it's going to be different from your high school community. Not only like in terms of the people, like everyone's going to be different. But as you can see in the picture, eventually we get to bond, and from our picture, you can see that Basai is now close like a family. And in terms of the people, we're not only different because we don't know each other yet, but it's also because we are so different, like our past backgrounds we went through differently. And in terms of the Basai faculty, like community overall, because of how we have like international students, inbound international students, and we also, because like the objective of our faculty is to really like shape us into becoming like well-rounded and prepared for the future. That's why most of our activities and events are in English, and we consider we're like one of the most international faculties amongst like the rest of Chulas. But you guys don't have to worry though, because eventually, as the semester goes on, you guys will realize and see all of this. And in the end, we as SC, we went through our first year fully online, but we still got really close and got to bond with each other. So for you guys will also definitely be able to fit in and find your perfect community.
Yes, that's so nice. And I can ensure that you guys will find your way to adapt to our community. But can you give an example of how can we adapt into university life slightly easier, and like how to make friend 101 or how to find a perfect match lifestyle people for work-life balance? ครับพี่ยุกิ
Yes, some of you may still worrying about making new friends in a university. For some people, making new friends in like different environment is just so hard and challenging for them. But I think there's not much for me to say in regards of making new friends, because like I believe that different people have different ways to like approach one another. And I also believe that you guys are all friendly. And besides, unlike our year, you guys have a chance to like meet one another offline, like on site like this. Though if you were to ask me what is the fastest way to like get to know with someone new, I would say just take the initiative and just go talk to them. And you may like want to look for some competitions and also activities that you may like invite somebody like your friends or someone from our batch or like seniors to like join you, so that we can like join the activities together. And I'm sure that there's a lot of opportunities that we will be joining together. And also some of you may think that We can only choose two things between social life, study life, and sleeping. But I can assure you that we can have like all three of them. Just be sure to manage your time well.
Yeah. Plus, if you can manage your time well, you can have some more times to go create and explore for new connections. University life is not only about academics. And let's be honest, one of the reasons some of us are here is more of non-academic activities. So may I ask, พี่ขวัญครับ what are some of the activities and opportunities provided by Juฬาครับ?
Yeah, well, there will be a lot of activities provided by Juฬา, such as the sport competition that you guys must be interested with, like See You in the Game, Freshie Game, which we will hold exclusively for you guys, the freshmen, or the traditional football competition, incubation, รับน้อง activity, รับน้องก้าวใหม่ See You First Date, and a lot of more case competition. And overall, the SCV are also going to provide you a lot of activities throughout the year, such as the upcoming รับน้อง event that are going to held on next month, and also the seasonal events such as Christmas party, Halloween, and Valentine's Day. So stay tuned and let's have fun.
Yeah, and to also add on from Huy Kwan, once you step into Basai, you're basically stepping into like the field of competitions. You'll get to know like so many types and get to participate in so many types of case competitions, from like social ones to corporate or hackathons. These are just some of the competitions that you guys can participate in. And by joining in competitions, we really encourage you to do so, because first you get to really know the people in your team, you get to like create connections, become close to them. And second is that you'll also gain like so many like experience just from it. It's like two birds, one stone. And so because of that, whenever professors reach out, or whenever our like your upperclassmen reach out promoting opportunities like these, be sure to really join in and like just open your mind to trying new things. Like for our year, when we were like you guys at the same stage, it was our summer. And Dr. Pietro offered us this opportunity to join this 4th China ASEAN competition. We were like super young, we were new, and we didn't know many people. And we took the opportunity. And because of that, we met so many friends and got to know them. And that was kind of our first step into getting to know the Basai community.
Yeah. Like all activity out there is really boost engagement to you guys and your friend, and also for yourself to develop. And I think it's a nice chance for you to participate in these activities that we need your support and participation, and believe me, it will be worth it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, ค่ะพี่ของขวัญ with many activities that we will be like joining together, we as the SC really hope that you guys, the 004, can provide us support mentally, physically, and also, of course, financially. This is a special request from our treasurer. Yes.
Yeah. So, all right, financially, like an emphasis, and so like those activity is like throughout the year that's really helped me to develop myself, and it is nice to join that activity. And but more like before the school start, I believe that you guys are worried about like the school will start and everything is overwhelmed that, and everything is going to be harder and harder. But don't worry about that, because we are here to support you of it. And so Pal will give you a guide to how did she prepare for the first semester.
Sure. So the first thing is you need to understand the course structure of Basai curriculum. It consists of core subjects, which are core business, core technologies, core project, and core practice. There are also specialization and general education, or GENET. These are two courses in which you can choose based on your interest. So for the first semester, you need to register for the listed 7 subjects here, and it's mandatory for you all. So you will learn in the same class. And now, for After you know which classes you need to take, here comes the process of the registering. And P. Kho Kwan will explain you a bit more.
Yeah, you are going to need to fill a long list of course registration and also forms to fill in, and it's going to be overwhelming. But don't worry because the SE is going to provide you the live session for the course registration that we are going to guide you step by step through all of the registration that you need to take. And we're going to hold the session both online and offline. So if you are interested to join, you can join us online via our Basai Family Discord channel, or come join us the live session in room 301 on the 4th of July, 4 to 5 p.m. But don't worry, you don't need to take any note now because we are going to provide you the information throughout the communication channel, and we will keep you updated soon.
So there's a lot of courses to deal with and a lot of a project-based learning or stuff like that, right? So we, as Basai student, we have a lot of project, tasks, and assignment to do, and we have a lot of workloads. So you might wondering how we manage our workload. So this is Pipra will tell you how she used these management tools to assist her in management of workload.
So I would say that I try and fail with lots and lots of management tools that help you organize your life and making the working process simpler. But today we are all gonna share some of our favorite tools. The first one is Google Calendar. It is the most popular scheduling platform among Basai students, since it is convenient to invite people and share the calendar link. And lucky for you all, this year, OM and the student council team have created the Basai official activity calendar to assist you all in scheduling all important dates, such as events and activities that are useful that happening around Chula. So we also encourage you to make the meeting minutes. It is the written record of everything that's happening during a meeting, which will surely help you a lot in summarizing what the meeting is all about when you need to refer back to it again. So learn to make meeting minutes. And there are so many more management tools up here in the slide that will be useful for your working occasion. For example, in Project C class.
Thanks, Kapipal, that you mentioned about Project Seed. So for those who haven't heard of it, Project Seed is one of the most important Basai course. It is a 4-year mandatory course in which Basai student will get a chance to form up your team, and then you think of a business ideas and as well as execute it. So, well, since it's a team-based project, may I ask Chief and Pin, how do you form up your team?
Okay, let me sum up a little bit more on Project Seed. It is a long-term course, and it is also one of the most important. It goes in the span of 4 years, and you have to find your team members yourselves. And because of this, it is really important on who you want to be in the same team as you. This is the team that will be, coming together, thinking of a pain point, and, coming up with a business idea solution like what you guys did for, your portfolio. And for this, we have some advice on finding a team because unlike high school, a team is really important in here. And by having a great team, it's so efficient and it makes work just flow so easily. The first tip is to find people with the same passion as you or similar passion as you. Because like I mentioned, you'll be thinking of a pain point, you'll be thinking of a solution. And it's best for you to be continuing working on such solutions with people who are driven with the same passion as you so that eventually when work flows, it goes by with a clear objective on what you guys want to do. And second is to work with people with similar working style as you or prefer working style similar to you because you'll be with them for quite a while, 4 years. Well, the team can be changed, but it's still a long-term team. So be sure to work with people who fit with your working style. Some examples of the working style can be the time they prefer to work or whether or not they prefer working online or on site. Or the third thing is if they prefer working individually first or if they just prefer working on brainstorming process as a whole.
Yeah, and so from my experience, the diversity of the team members is also important, as Pin said. So like you might want someone to be like your designer, might want someone to like work on the business part for you, or someone to calculate the financial part for you. I know that some of you guys here might not know what you're good at yet. So I think what's really important right now is that you just explore yourself and to know your strengths, your weaknesses, and also your interests. I think that might be the first priority that you guys should consider right now. And also, please keep in mind that the project team can always be changed.
Oh, and last thing is, well, don't always look at your friends when you want to form a team. We understand that they may now be your comfort zone, but always make sure that your friends they have the same passion and they have the same working style as you, or eventually they might be specialized in something like you're not interested, like you guys have in common. So always keep that in mind. And you guys don't have to worry though, like stepping out of your comfort zone, like trying to make new friends is not a bad thing at all. It's like working with someone you're not close to is not a bad idea at all. Just like this is like one of the Project C teams that once you come into Basai, you'll be hearing about them a lot. Basically all 4 of them, the other one is not in Basai. They came into Basai as, well, lone wolves kind of, and they did not have a specific group of friends in mind, but they all came together because of a shared passion in cars. And look at them now, they're so successful that now they're like the first place. They received their first paid award from the Startup Thailand League in the regional pitching round. And we believe that that can be you guys too. So don't be afraid to like step out of your comfort zone. And, just last thing is maybe you heard this already, but then you'll eventually be hearing this a lot, is that you will fail no matter how big or small the skill is. There'll be some challenges in the way, so don't be discouraged and just always like be ready to open for new opportunities. It will be hard, but it will be worth it.
Okay ครับ thank you ครับพี่เป็น and lastly we as a senior want to share you guys some of our personal tips and tricks to get you through the years.
Okay, so for my tips and tricks, so just beware of midterms and finals, because it may seem that you have plenty of time before the deadline of the project, whether it is inside or outside of the program. You may want to like take your time to slowly study and like prepare for your exam as well, because right now I can say that we can no longer rely 100% on the one night miracle anymore. Yes, and pass on to prepare.
For tips and tricks, I would say that Basai students got lots and lots of opportunity to learn from the best, no matter if they are expertise, CEOs, and co-founders of many startups with diverse backgrounds. So we suggest you to concentrate with what they deliver, and you won't regret it. Keep contact with them. So I suggest you to create a LinkedIn account, which is the professional networking site where you can put your resume, post your resume, connect with people, find and apply for jobs. It's not only give you a glimpse of the working world, but also allows you to form a closer bonds with the business leader or people who are working in many types of fields. So stay in touch with them, because you never know when they might come in very helpful.
Yeah, for my advice, guys, in the upcoming years, there will be so many opportunities and also activities for you to participate in. I recommend you to just try it. If you're already good at it, well, great, just do it. But if you're not, why not trying it? Let's be brutally honest. No one gonna care if you fail, because everyone just gonna think of themselves. It's what's called spotlight effect in psychology. And well, if they remember you, it means that you are so important enough for them to just remember in their mind. University is a time for change. It's a new setting with new people, so why not just restart your life now?
Yeah, and for me, I just would like to tell you guys that don't pressure yourself too hard. You will be meeting a lot of people who are full of experience and expert in their field. But don't compare yourself to them. University life is about exploring yourself. We are all here to learn. So instead of Instead of comparing yourself to them, either compare yourself to your past self, and that is when you realize how far you have come. And believe me, you did a great job. So you might see like we present you a lot of activity that you can join, but you can choose to join also. Like you don't have to join everything or do everything because it will be too much workload. So you will have bad time management. So for the tip and tricks that I would give to you is to take a break and believe in yourself. You can do it.
Yeah, and if you guys have any further concerns, let's PR a little bit. Don't forget to join a total of 5 communication channels. First is to receive any internal communication between the Basai community. There's the Basai Student Community Line Group. Second, it's a new 004 line group. Be sure you guys join that one as well, so everyone is included. And then for Instagram, be sure to follow the Basai Student Council to receive any news and updates on what's going on with the Student Council and Basai as a whole. And then to also follow the Basai CU004. This is for you if you guys want to hear the exciting news about Rap Nong, CU First Date, and many more inclusive information. Just be sure to join and stay tuned. And last is to join a Discord channel called Basai Family. For now, it's going to be a communication between 003, our year, and your year. But eventually, the upperclassmen, the other 2 years, will join in as well, and that would be another space for you to get to know the rest of the community. And we know that this is quite a list, so before leaving, when you step out of this room, there would be QR codes and lists of communication channels that you guys have to join. So be sure, when you step out, go scan and become a part of the family together.
Yay! And lastly, these are just personal tips and opinion from us as a senior. But make sure that you keep an open mind and open the opportunity for yourself to experience it yourself. So, and make sure that you enjoy your first year life to the fullest. And lastly, welcome to the family. Welcome to Basai, guys. So let's move on to the Q&A session. So if you guys have any questions or any concern, you can raise your hand right now. We both white. So okay, we encourage you to ask us. Who want to ask the questions? Anybody?
I have a question. First one. P. O. For the male students, how can we if we have any concerns about ROTC or LADA, who should we contact you?
Okay, so for RADA, I'm the one who got another year left for RADA. So the process, you need to inform the staff that you still have how many years left. And then actually the process will be mainly processed through the main Jula. They're gonna send the process to the Basai staff, and then Basai staff gonna send it to you again. And then after you join their communication channel, so for my year it's a line group for all the RADA students in Jula. They're gonna have all the process with documentation and stuff for you to follow through. And actually, if you follow it correctly, it's gonna be very easy.
And I understand that everybody here are curious about CU First Date and what is actually CU First Date. How is it different from normal Rap Nong? So P. Om, head of activity this year, could explain you how it's gonna be.
Okay, for CU First Date, at least most of you gonna heard that it's gonna happen on the 9th of July, right? So basically what it is the officially first day of university this term. And during that day, we as an SC, we prepare you with a lot of activities for you to join. And also we would like to give you a tour of the faculty and our Basai culture.
Oh, yeah. So any more questions you want to ask us? Raise your hand right now.
Can you clear our concerns on the Sai Rahat event?
Oh, Sai Rahat, this is what you guys are waiting for.
I believe that everyone is really excited about Sai Lahat. And the Sai Lahat is soon to be announced, and I hope you guys that fill in information that we want from you to organize the Sai Lahat things for you guys, and we will start playing soon.
So basically, Silahat is kind of like a buddy system where we're gonna pair up senior with the junior or freshman so that we can help each other throughout the years. You can ask them any question or even just talk to them, just like make them a friend. Any น้องๆ have more question? Don't be scared.
Just one note that you guys are going to start classes together and most of you don't know things. And this is your only opportunity to ask people who know things because they've been here for a while. So please stop being scared. And if you have any questions actually about anything at all, use this opportunity now because you might not be able to come across them very soon. So, everyone knows everything.
Wow.
You know nothing.
Wait. Oh, right. The person there. What do you want to ask? Yes. Go on.
I was just wondering what kind of accessories you have to have with you during the summer courses. Is like a notepad or like a notebook and a laptop sufficient?
Oh,
Or do you need anything else apart from those?
the accessory, right? Like devices? Like
Sorry?
devices? A laptop,
Yeah,
iPad, right?
yeah.
So because like all of us, the 003, we did like the first year fully online. So we never come across on-site before. So you guys actually used the faculty before us, kind of. But like last year, because we do the course online. So for just for standard, one will each have like the laptop. But it can be like any device, yeah, any brand like Apple, or you can use Windows because some of them use it for coding, and like Windows is like more on the technological side. But then most of us, we all have iPad, so there's kind of like two things, and no one take the note on the paper anymore. Yeah, so because we do the course online, so the professor just send us the slide through MS Team or email or Google Drive, and you download and take the note on it. But most of it because we do the project-based learning, so we don't have like much lecture classes and note-taking platform. Yeah, so most of it is going to be about project. So if you can find like a laptop, that will be easier. So if you can choose anyone, we would like you to buy some laptop. Yeah.
And your laptop must have like a lot of RAM. I recommend that more than 60 gigabytes.
Thanks.
Any more questions? Anyone want to ask us? Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Just a quick one. Do you have to wear your uniform like every day or?
So as we mentioned that we don't have class on site before, and this is our first time that we wear the uniform too. Yeah, but like as the standard, and people can add on that, but it will be specific like for some classes. Yeah, and it depends on the professor. Yeah, so check with your professor first.
So, anyone have any more questions? You can raise your hand.
Oh, there's one up.
Whoa!
Oh, no, there's not.
You scare her.
Oh, we know that it's been like a long and tiring and it's really hot outside. So for now, oh yes, we have more questions. Yay!
So this is a question for everyone on the stage. I want all of you to answer individually.
Okay.
So just a curious question for us freshmen. Which subject or class do you consider to be the hardest for us freshmen that we shouldn't be underestimating?
This is for just semester 1, right?
For semester 1 or semester 2?
Just overall, I would say.
Can I just mention something first? Because like as you see, Basai will have like specialization and 3 core subjects. So in business, technology, and art. So it depends on your specialization and what you're expert in. So the answer may be like so diverse, and it also depends on you. But all of us already have the question in mind, and they're so excited to answer it.
Okay, start off with me because I'm sitting here. So I would say like since my expertise is not in technology, so for me it's from the subject in semester 2 is called numerical method, where you need to learn about mathematics, like really advanced, and about coding in mathematics too, and it's all about like math that you will never learn in high school. So be prepared with it.
Okay, for me, I think if I can restart my like freshman life again, I would say that project seed might be the hardest for the first year, just only for the first year, actually first semester, because it's hard to find the right people that gonna share the same passion that you got, and more to add on that, the business part is not just only require just an idea. You need to make it happen for real. So of course you need engineer, and of course you need designer, and that's why it's hard to find the right people. And just recommend you to just try do many group project with your friend, and you will know what they're good at, and you just can recruit them in. Yep.
Okay, the hardest subject for me is also numerical method. I would say that I came from Thai high school and I'm not the best at math. So I find it so struggle to survive the class. So I suggest to you all, so for some tips and tricks, I hope you all listen. Just maybe looking at some calculus or pre-calculus on YouTube, or maybe read some of the textbook first before the semester starts, so you can have a glimpse of what it is about. And also there's also the class schedule or the class curriculum, so you can read it first before the semester starts. There will be a lot of useful information like what the professor's objective for that class, what they want us to perform, what is the deliverable they want us to make it, and how the grade is distributed for the whole semester. And that will be all my advice.
Yeah, and for me, I think all the courses are challenging, but in different ways. Like for me, I'm like Hong Huan, realize that I'm not so great in like the core tech parts, so I really find any subjects related to numbers challenging. But like for the courses, like for example, entrepreneurship or marketing, you'll be learning marketing in the second semester. They have the most workload. And meanwhile, there's going to be a coding program and like also math. And in the first and the second semester, I find those to be like the most challenging. And there would also be like other general courses that might not be as challenging, but there would still be workload. So you guys have to keep in mind. And also, whether or not like how challenging it is, it's like what Pi Kwan said, it depends on your specialization. If you're a core tech, you'll find them to be pretty, fun and like vice versa.
Well, for me, for the first semester, I would say rethinking justice because it's just like the hardest subject to get good grades. So like I think that the subject itself is not that hard, but it's hard when like you have to brainstorm with your team to get like the best idea of it. And for the second semester, I would say the computer programming because just like Pi Hong Kwan and me are designers. So like we haven't learned about the computer programming before. So again, it's our specialization. So yeah, that is hardest for me.
Yeah, so for my answer, you must heard it from authors already. So it's numerical methods and computer programming. So I'm bad at technologies and this stuff. But like for not scaring you guys out, this is kind of subject that you can be prepared because it's kind of mathematics, logical, and it just like have only like one correct answer. Unlike rethinking justice, which is humanity, so it's subjective, you're getting a grade like based on the criteria. But for the subject that like we all find it hard is mathematics and technology. So if you don't understand it, you can go search up online or build up your skill from extra course. So yeah, and you can also like ask us, but like if you ask about math, we won't be able to help you. But yeah, you can ask for advice and recommendation, and we are all here to help and support you. Don't worry.
So I hope that this is the end of this session, and all of you guys, if you have any more question, please further ask on Instagram that PR will be posting.
Basically, eventually, like, I know it's been a long day and it's really hot outside. So eventually PR will have this online session, the Ask Me feature on Instagram. We'll post that on the Basai CU004 Instagram account. So be sure if you guys have any concerns, just type it in the box and then we'll try our best to answer your questions and solve any concerns.
Okay, thank you for listening and your participation.
Thank you so much to our student council. I hope that your insights helped everyone a little clarified things. I think most of you have left or retired, so we're going to conclude this session for today. I want to once again welcome you to our school, to BAScII program. We hope you enjoy it. We hope that you are able to really experience hands-on education and find your real passions. And before you go, don't forget, we want you to share your experiences in Basai. So here are all the handles from our school for Instagram, our official channel. So make sure that if you post and you want us to see and repost your projects, your experiences, you tag us. You can tag location, you can tag mention us anywhere on these networks, as well as the QR codes that the student council mentioned outside. So make sure that you actually fully become a part of this community now that we are able to. There's more of us. There's about 400 students in total with our 4 years of students. So staff, faculty, we want it to be a real community where you can ask questions, seek guidance, counseling assistance. So thank you once again for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Come say hi to us. Enjoy the photo booth at the back. So just take advantage of everything, and we'll see you soon. All right.
Mm-hmm.